Welcome to the Effortless English Show with the world's #1 English teacher, AJ Hogue, where AJ's more than 40 million students worldwide finally learn English once and for all, without the boring textbooks, classrooms, and grammar drills. Here's AJ with a quick piece to help you learn to speak fluent English effortlessly.
Become the best English speaker. Become the best English speaker you can be. Oh, sorry. Let me change something on my computer here. All right, that's our topic today. Become the best English speaker you can be. The best speaker you can be. And we'll be talking about my VIP program. I promised last week to discuss the VIP program, answer questions about the VIP program, because a lot of people have been joining recently. A lot of people asking about it and want to join, to ask me to do a show about it. So, all right, finally going to do it. So that'll be today. Let's do it. In fact, let's just discuss that. Let's just discuss the VIP program first. I'll give a quick summary of the VIP program, the details of it. Then anyone who's a VIP member now can maybe I'll turn on the supporting memberships first, then come back to everybody, and you can share your experiences, and then we can talk about more generally how to become the best speaker you can be. Maybe we'll also check in on our challenge, because our speaking challenge is almost finished, and I know I have not done the challenge this time, so it's been a little less. I've been a little less active promoting it this time, but anyway. Let's just get in and discuss. I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen if you're watching on video, and I'm just going to show you my webpage because this is the easy way to explain the VIP program. So VIP program, I say you speak English powerfully, speak English confidently, speak English effortlessly when you join my VIP program, where at effortlessenglishclub.com, effortlessenglishclub.com. I say that during every show. So here we go. This is effortlessenglishclub.com. This is my homepage, the homepage of my website. And you'll see there's a video here. And this is the main page, mostly is the sales page for my Power English course, which is my bestseller. But you'll see that right under the video, if you're interested in VIP, you can either keep reading and you can read about the Power English course, or there's this yellow button that says Get VIP Access Today for only $1, and you can click on that. Also at the bottom of the page, there's some information about the VIP program. So let's talk about that. So it says Get Exclusive VIP Membership Access Today for only $1. Now this is a $1 trial. The full price is $37 a month, okay? But you can try it for 10 days, right? Try out the full VIP program for 10 days. Get access to all membership features. Let me talk about these features. And actually, I need to change one because we've modified one of them. And so this is a little out of date. Okay, first, English sets include advanced video lessons. Yes, so every VIP lesson, you get 2 units per month, and each one has a video. Actually, I think one has a video, and the other one is all audio. Anyway, this is my best students learn by seeing and listening. In these exclusive video lessons, made just for VIP members, I'll teach you to speak English confidently. Yep. Listen and answer stories. Of course, this is my listen and answer mini stories, which are great. This is my most powerful method, where I use a special story technique to help you practice both listening and speaking. Yes, definitely. You get a point of view grammar lessons in. I do these differently some months. A lot of months you'll get just a normal one. Oops. And then some months I try some different things, a little bit different techniques. But basically, you learn grammar by listening to stories. You do not, with me, ever memorize grammar rules. You've already done that in school anyway. There's no point. You learn grammar naturally, like native speakers do, like children do. It's much more effective. All right, text guide. Okay, yes, you get text for everything, of course, so you can read along if you don't understand something, you always have the text to check. And then this is the part that I need to change. It says bonus VIP social network, which we're not doing anymore because it just works better for me to do Gab. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to doing live, like kind of like this, like live streams, but VIP members only. And the difference is for the VIP members is you can talk, right? So in my show, my live show, you can text chat, right? You can write text and ask me questions, and sometimes I read them, sometimes I don't because I get too many. But when I do this for VIP members, it's actually it's a different program. It's audio, so you can talk and everybody can hear you, and I'll ask you some questions, and it's a chance for VIP members to practice speaking with me and with everybody. It's really nice. It's nice to hear your voice. It's really great. So we're going to do that instead. I think it's better than the social network. It was just some social media thing, and I think Gab is better for that. So I think going back to the VIP like audio meetings is I think most people like that better anyway. So that's what you'll get to do. Okay, so you want to join. Click here. Join now for only $1. And remember, that's the $1 trial. Okay, and this is the order page. So you just fill it out. You'll first be charged only $1. You need a credit card to join this. Put your name, put your email. Enter your email 2 times so we make sure you entered the correct one. And then you just order now. Boom. And it says right here, if you want to cancel, you'll get an email after you join. You get an email from us, and it gives you your password and your login information. Anytime you want to cancel, if you decide I want to cancel, it's not for me, you just send a reply back to that email address. That's all you do. It's very simple. So there's no, don't worry, you're not going to be trapped in the program or anything like that. If it's not for you, it's easy to cancel. And if you don't cancel, then you just keep going every month. It's great. Commit, don't quit. So that's it. In general, I say this is it's a little more advanced program than my Power English course. So if you feel your English level's a bit more like low intermediate, a little bit on the lower side of intermediate, then probably start with Power English. If you feel like you're a little more towards high intermediate level, then start with VIP. Okay, that's it. I don't have anything else to say about it. You can ask questions if you like. But we can also, first let me turn on our YouTube members for now. Okay. And we'll put the slow, for members I won't put slow mode. Okay. And yeah, I don't promote the YouTube membership as much, but it's basically a way for you to support the show, and I appreciate it. And this is what I do. And as a YouTube supporting member, it's only $5 a month for that. You just have to join through YouTube. It's a YouTube function. And I know some of you can't do it, but anyway. Thank you for all of you who are doing that, and it gives you all a chance to get your comments read, since I always read those first. So anyway, if you have any comments or questions about the VIP program, share them now. We'll take a few minutes where I'll answer questions about that, first from YouTube supporters, then I'll open it to everybody, and then after that we can talk more generally about other topics. Okay. And I'll just look through the comments you guys have already been putting here. People just saying hi. You like the title of the video today? Become the best English speaker you can be. Yes, it's a good title. I agree. Mostly just people saying hello in the comments. This guy's not understanding the title. It says, I think the best is only one person, but here you have many people. How can all of them become the best? Yeah, that's why it says become the best English speaker you can be. You're comparing yourself to yourself. It means be your best. It's not about, there's no point competing with other people in English speaking. It's crazy. It doesn't matter what other people can do with English, right? You're focused on your own ability. That's all you care about. Okay, here we go. Members only. Okay, Lisa says, I practiced with the VIP program for almost 2 years. Then after a few years, I came back and noticed that I haven't forgotten it. It was really deep learning. Great. Thanks for sharing that, Lisa. And of course, Lisa is one of our great VIP members. And you can tell just by her writing that her English is very good. Just like with Carol, when I read her writing. It's interesting because I don't teach writing directly. And yet, it's just interesting to see that VIP members, their writing gets better. It improves. I can see the improvement, and I can see the high level of English just in the writing. It's interesting. So of course, this program is focused on listening and speaking, but your reading and writing will also improve, which is cool. Mari says, I think I'm advanced level, so how can I know that? These things, levels, B1, C2, all that kind of stuff. It's very, very, it's not specific, right? It's a very general idea. I think if, advanced means that you can talk about pretty much, almost any normal topic you want to talk about, and maybe some, fairly specific topics. And that when you have conversation in English, that, people understand you pretty much all the time, and very easily, and you understand them very easily. That's, in a functional, a real world way, that's how I would describe advanced. So if all of that is true for you, then yeah, you're probably advanced. Lisa says, again, I would like to encourage each of you to do the daily work with AJ's lessons. Practice every day. Do the grammar mistakes, but do not worry about it. Yeah, that's true, and it's a good point to make. I can't just like put it into your head. Okay, I do the best I can by making these lessons, but yeah, you have to do them every day, right? When any of the lessons, Power English and VIP and anything else, you have to actually use them each day. Now, I make it very easy. All you do is listen. That's all you have to do. Just listen. Just put on your headphones, but listen to the lessons every single day. Lisa's right. So yes, you have a part. You have to do that. You have to put that time in. I think you'll find the lessons are very interesting. The topics are interesting. But yeah, ultimately, finally, you are the master of your own learning. And of course, you are the master of your own life. That's always true. Mari says, what do you think about learning English from Twitter? Twitter's a nice place to practice your writing. Gab, social, Facebook, all three of those. Actually, very nice place to practice your writing because, very short. You're usually, you have to really, really focus your topic because you're writing just a little tiny amount, but you're practicing still writing sentences, communicating. I have one of my very good friends from Thailand. He basically learned to write English from Facebook, just responding and commenting on his friends, his American friends on Facebook. And he improved his reading a lot from Facebook and texting on his phone with friends, with American friends. So it's great. It helps. Okay, Anastasia says, I started my IELTS preparation lessons a couple days ago. I thought I should know exactly what test requires me to know, but this is so boring. After your lessons, it's like boring hell. Yeah, I know. I can imagine. Right. Those test preparation books are boring. It's okay, like what you're doing, like you said, just to get a feeling for the test, right? Makes you comfortable. You kind of know, this is what the test is kind of like. But yeah, it's better to read books and listen to audiobooks, listen to my lessons, listen to podcasts. All of that is going to improve your English a lot, and it's far more interesting than a test book. Fernanda says, I'm a VIP member since 2018. Great. And I've been improving my English skills since then. Each month I look forward to the new lessons. All lessons are so great. The lessons have a text, which is so useful. Thank you, Fernanda. Of course, Fernanda, you'll recognize these names because you can just, again, see by the writing how great their English is already. So good job. Thank you for that. Elena says, what kind of topics are there in the VIP program? I'm finishing the Power English course and the business one. Oh, cool. Then I'm going to be VIP member. Elena, I think you'll find that the VIP topics are kind of like, they're fairly similar to what you see in Power English. It's kind of a continuation of that. It's, similar to that. Yeah, Vladislav says, Nastya, don't prepare for IELTS. Better to join the VIP program and practice. Indeed, like I said, it's fine to just get a feeling for the test, but yeah, overall, join VIP, listen to lots of other, additional audiobooks, read magazines, listen to any podcast you like. All of this kind of real world stuff will help your IELTS score, and it's far more interesting. Fernando says, could you do a show about how to get rid of a lifetime habit? Yeah, I'll think about that. I have to think about if I've done that and how I did it. Yeah, I'll think about it though. Yeah, it's a good talk. It's very good. It's a good idea. Juan, good to see you again. Juan Olarte says, good morning. Please, do you get a certificate for doing Power English or VIP? No, I never give certificates. This way it can help me find employment. I'm just asking, please. Thank you. No, I'm kind of, how should I say it? Philosophically, I'm against the idea of certificates. I don't like them. Because I want you to measure your success by your ability to use English, not by some piece of paper, right? Just because you finished a course, my course, any course, doesn't mean anything, right? Really, just having a paper that said you did it. What's meaningful is what can you actually do. And in terms of your employment, Juan, what's going to help you is to go into an interview and kick ass. Go into an interview in English and speak really well. That's going to help your employment, not a piece of paper, right? You do that, they don't care about the paper. They don't care if you have a paper for some course. What they will be impressed by is if you write a cover letter in English that's good, and especially if you go into an interview, a job interview, and you do it in English and you are very confident and you speak well. And that's what I want. That's what I want all my members, anyone, to focus on any of my courses. So it's why I just don't like the certificate approach. It's what schools tend to do, and I want real world results. Okay, Lisa is giving a little tip here for VIP. If you join VIP, she says, it helped me a lot to listen to the VIP lessons and read the text at the same time. Yes, indeed. It's especially when you first get that new one, when you get the new VIP lesson. Okay, you read the text, read along, and then once you know it well, then you go for deep learning. Then you can forget the text and just listen only. It's good advice. All right, that's all the supporting members here. So let me open the general comments. I'm also going to put it on slow mode. And just a reminder, 2 reminders before this. Number 1, do not post the same comment again and again and again. Okay, don't do it because I'll block you. And number 2, don't post comments in other languages because everybody's here to learn English. So Okay, everybody doesn't read all these other languages, and neither do I. So, we're here for English, so please post your comments in English and one time. All right, here we go. Okay, Vladislav says, I've been a VIP member for 2 years. They have good ideas for life. Even English native speakers could get benefits from this program, not in terms of English, but in terms of life experience. Thank you, Vladislav. That's very nice. Yes, I try to teach topics and kind of in more detail even about success and fulfillment. Those are kind of the main topics. And one, yeah, no worries. I understand. I do understand that about the. It's no worry, no problem about you asking about the certificate, but that's why I don't do it. Okay, how can I join VIP members? Ask Haifa, effortlessenglishclub.com. That's my website. It's on the screen. If you're watching on video, just go there and you'll see it. Click order now or whatever, and that's all you do. Abraham is agreeing that certificates are useless. Yeah, I don't like them. I mean, honestly, I feel that way about college degrees. I think they're also useless. But people will, well, I was about to say people will ask you for college degrees, but the truth is, at least in my experience getting jobs, I was almost never asked for my college degree. Like I could have just lied on my resume and said, "Oh yeah, I've got a PhD in physics," and nobody ever checked. Now I think maybe a couple international jobs I got abroad, like teaching abroad, maybe they ask. I think maybe I had to show, but I would say 90% of the jobs I have had, they never even ask to see my real college degree. I just put it on my resume. They asked, do I have one? But I never proved it. I could have easily lied. I didn't lie. But, so yeah, I think college degrees are useless too. But anyway, piece of paper means nothing. It's what can you do? And how good are you? Okay. Madi's asking, would you suggest to listen to audiobooks and read at the same time, but read silently? Yes, that's great. Certainly you can do that. It's useful, yes. Okay. Addison says, please tell me, what can I do if my teacher said something bad to me? Should I slight her or ask her why she did that? I guess I'd have to know, like, what, are you in college? Are you in university? And what did they say? Yeah, so it kind of depends, right? Like, and like what you mean by bad. Like, it's too vague. I can't really give you much advice about it. But I'll give you the most, since your comments your question is very, very general, I'll give you the most general advice I can, which is go talk to her after class and ask her about it. Say, you can just be, unless she was really rude to you, but you could just say, you just go after class and say, I'd like to talk to you about what you said, and ask you, why did you say that? It bothered me, whatever. You could do that. Manish says, hi, I'm a new VIP member. Welcome. How can I participate in the upcoming live webinar for VIP members? Just watch your email. I'll send an email invitation to VIP members only, and it will have a link and tell you how to join, and it'll have the date and the time and all of that. So it's coming soon. I'm just people are joining a lot really right now, so I'm kind of trying to give more people a chance to do it. But it'll be soon. In the next next few weeks, we'll do it. Okay. Yeah, Full Rage says English and languages are about communication, not about tests or degrees. I'm grateful for your teaching. Right, exactly. Really, all things are like this, though, right? It's about your knowledge or your skill. The papers don't mean anything. A lot of people have papers and they're not very good at doing something. And also, there are plenty of people who are very good at something and they don't have the paper, they don't have the degree. So, you know. Can you Elena says, can you recommend some good books about self-discipline? I'm getting lazy. Yeah, read some of the Navy SEAL books. That's what I do. Jocko Willink. What's the name of his book? Is it Discipline is Freedom? Let me look on Amazon really quickly. Okay, Jocko, which is an interesting, weird name. Not sure how he got that name. I'm not sure if that's his real name. Okay, yeah, he's got one called Extreme Leadership. And then he has one called Discipline Equals Freedom. Field Manual by Jocko Willink. So that's a good place to start. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Petya says, I'm doing your Effortless English course. I guess you're probably mean the Power English course for 8 weeks, and I've improved a lot, my speaking skills and my confidence. Thanks, AJ. Congratulations to you. Keep going. Let us off agreeing. Everyone agreeing about the certificates. They show nothing. Like I have a driver's license. It doesn't mean I drive much. I struggled to pass the driving test. I did pass, but I'm still a bad driver. I'm going to drive in a small town. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. At least in some countries, you actually have to prove you can kind of drive to get the license, right? But yeah, it doesn't mean much. Oh yeah, the challenge. Sarah's reminding me about the challenge. Our challenge is next to finished. I prefer to do the listening and reading challenge again because we learned a lot from this challenge. Yeah, I generally prefer the listening and reading too. But this, I've been really busy. Oh, Addison's in high school at 10th grade. Yeah, take my advice, what I said. Go talk to the teacher afterwards and, calmly, not emotionally. Just let the emotion go out of it and just say, yeah, I'd like to talk to you about what you said. You said this to me, whatever it was. It bothered me. Just wondering, why did you say that to me? And if you can just do it in a very, very calm way, I think that would help. And I don't know, just see what she says. VJ says, you have extraordinary communication skills. Thank you. Yeah, like Simone, maybe it is, sorry. I'm of the opinion, the best way of learning English and everything is dealing with something that gets you very interested. Thanks for the job you're doing. Exactly. That's why the test preparation books, like for TOEFL or IELTS or something, they're horrible, right? Because they're so boring. And it's much better to listen to things in English that are interesting to you, or read in things that are interesting to you. It's why I try to make my lessons about very interesting topics. I don't just talk about the English language because that's boring. So yeah, I agree. You're correct. Okay, I'm just going to jump to the bottom and go backwards here because they're coming in fast. Yeah, like Bertalon says, one of my friends has a high-level job where a diploma is required, but they forgot to ask for his diploma. That is normal. In my experience, They never asked me for my diploma. I mean, my diploma was like in a closet, at the bottom of a closet somewhere in my apartment. I don't even know where it is now. I don't need it anymore. But even then, when I was getting jobs and interviewing for jobs and changing jobs all the time, nobody ever asked for it. It's kind of interesting. Rafiqul Islam says, good news, I have completed 2 books reading. That's really great. Fantastic. Right, good. Keep going. Amina says, hi Jay, I listened to your lessons for about 30 times. Is that a good way? Yeah, I think it's great. They're really designed for deep learning and a lot of repetition. And then when you want variety, you can listen to podcasts, read books, right? Watch movies, all these other things. So yes, it's a really good way to do it. Oh, here's Carol. Hey, Carol. VIP program, the best program ever. We don't only learn English, but success basics. I'll never be able to thank you enough, AJ, for all you've done for me. Thank you, Carol. Thank you so much. And, like I said, Carol's a great example of really just excellent English skills. Edson Lopez de Silva Jr. says, yesterday I recorded myself speaking for more than 10 minutes to send to a friend and help her training her listening. That was great. Thank you. That's impressive. Nice. Now you're helping others with English. Really good. Okay, Maya, this is a common thing people say to me. I understand you pretty well, or maybe just even teachers in general, but I desperately struggle to get other native speakers as they speak very quickly and swallow syllables. What would you advise? Okay, yeah, so this is the point where, right, there's a lot of variety of speaking speeds and accents and things like that. So at this point, when you're getting to the more advanced levels and you want to do this, I think movies and videos, including just YouTubers, right? Podcasters, all of these kinds of people, native speakers, are excellent for getting used to, a wide range of different pronunciations and styles and speaking styles and speeds and all of that. So that's what I would recommend you do, is start mixing in a lot of those kind of things. And especially the ones that are more casual, right? Especially or very, casual ones. Like, yesterday's conversation is perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed that with my friend Kenny. And the point of that, other than just hopefully an interesting topic, Kenny's a very interesting guy, was to let you listen to, just a totally relaxed, casual, normal conversation between 2 Americans, 2 native speakers, right? We had no plan, nothing. We had no, I didn't know, he didn't know what we were going to talk about. I just said, let's talk, no plan. And so, and Kenny's not an English teacher. So anyway, you can listen to someone like Kenny, and then you can listen to other just casual things like that. I think will be helpful for you, Maya. For book club, a few people have asking for Tony Robbins' books, Unlimited Power or Awaken the Giant Within. They're both good. Good suggestions. They're on my list. Good luck, Addison. Check back in. After you talk to your teacher, come back and tell us what happened. I'm curious. Chatterjee says, do you chat with VIP members? Do you know them personally? Yeah, during the chat, we'll chat. Now, will all of them talk? No, because you don't have to. Most people just prefer to listen still. Some people are quite nervous about everyone hearing their voice in English. I understand, but I talk to as many as we can. It usually goes for like an hour and a half, and I'll put like a time limit on it so more people can talk. Usually like a 5-minute time limit, and I try to let you talk. So I don't talk a lot. You guys listen to me talk all the time. So during these VIP calls, mostly I shut up and let you talk. Nonaripa says, I'm from Cameroon and a VIP member since 5 months ago. Your method is the best. It's tremendously powerful and effective. Thank you very much. Thank you and welcome. Keep going. Oh, cool. Jamel's checking in with the shadowing challenge. She says, I very much appreciate the shadowing challenge. I love it as it's pushing me to do more than usual, even if I fail my daily homework. Good. Yeah, we've got, about one more week for the challenge, the speaking challenge. I know I haven't been kind of promoting it as much as I did the listening one, because the listening one I was doing a lot myself. But this one I have not been doing it. So anyway, but still, I know a lot of you have been very active in the challenge. We'll check in. I think I'm going to wait. We'll do it a little bit later. We'll check in on the hours. Next week, we'll finish it up. But great. If you want to talk about your experiences with that, now you can. Mr. Yassine says, I appreciate your English accent. It's very clear and you speak slowly. Yeah, I naturally speak slowly. I'm not because I'm a teacher, but I'm from the South. I don't know how you found Kenny speaking. He's also from the South. So I think Kenny does not speak fast. Yeah. Ahmed says, here's Arnold Schwarzenegger's 6 rules for success. Trust yourself. Break some rules. Don't be afraid to fail. Ignore the naysayers, the critics. Work like hell. Work hard. Give something back. Contribute. Nice. How about the rational male? I don't know if I'm going to do the rational male for the book club because it's, I think women would kind of be bored. So, yeah, I recommend the book, but I'm not sure I want to do it for book club. Yeah, Erdem says, Erdem Yazgan says, you have unbelievable truth bombs. Nice. Because our college teachers are always speaking or pretending to have exact grammar, and they're using high levels of unnecessary words. Yeah, there's a lot of, we call this posturing, pretending. It does happen. I've seen it myself directly, observing some classes, and yeah, it's unnecessary. It's ego. What do you think the next challenge should be? I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. Sarah says, if anyone tries the VIP program for 10 days like I did, they will never quit because every month they get a very interesting lesson with a funny story and they get a lot of benefits every month. Thank you, Sarah. Very nice. Fernanda says, I'd like an interview with Kristen and Joe. I would love to do that. They're both kind of shy about it, honestly. I've done ones with Kristen in the past, but now, they're working their regular jobs again. And Joe is really, it's quite strange with Joe because in his normal life, his personal life, Joe is, he's probably the most extroverted person I know. Definitely among my friends and family. He's a super extrovert, right? He'll talk to anybody, and he always does. But for something public like doing video or social media, he doesn't do any of that. He has no social media accounts at all. He really doesn't like the idea of like doing YouTube. I don't think I can get him to do it. Kristen, I have in the past. She's not very enthusiastic about it either. So I'll try. I'd love to talk to them. They're both very interesting people. I'd love to talk to Joe. Maybe I could, I don't know. Maybe I could get Joe to talk about the Camino or something. That's something he's really passionate about, enthusiastic about. But I'll mention it. I'm going to talk to Kristen this weekend, so I'll ask her about it. Sriracha, nice to see you again. She says, I love today's topic. I believe I can be the best English speaker. Thank you so much. Yes, it's about being your best, right? Just in anything. It's just like running. Okay, I kind of think of it like running because runners have this mindset too. So if if you meet runners, if you are a runner, you're not going to become the fastest runner in the world. Let's say you're doing, 10K runs. That's your favorite run, your favorite race. You're not going to become the number one 10K runner in the world. Probably not. Probably you're not going to become the number one 10K runner in your city, right? It doesn't matter because what runners do is they try to set, when they do a race, they try to make a personal best. It's called a PR, personal record. It means you just try to beat your own best time. So I don't know, I can't remember. When I was doing 5Ks, I think 18 minutes, something like that. Was it 18? No, I wasn't that fast. I think around 20 minutes or something like that was my fastest, my personal best, right? Right. So for me, that was fast, because I started, I think the first one I did in like 24, 25 minutes. And then after a few years, I cut it down to somewhere around 20 minutes, something like that. So yeah, I became the best runner I could be, right? That was my best. Maybe if I had been super, super, super serious, maybe I could have cut that even lower. But I wasn't going to go to the Olympics, So it doesn't matter. I didn't care what other runners were doing, right? There are always going to be runners faster than me. And there were a whole lot of runners slower than me too. Doesn't matter, right? So it's about beating your own record, being the best you can be, being better than you were last month, being better than you were last year. And think of it the same way with English or anything else. And it makes you much happier because you can control that. What other people do, who knows? Doesn't matter. Oh, cool. Cleefy has started an English channel. Cleefy says, I've started my own English channel. Wow, what a great feeling to receive compliments and feedback from many positive learners. I'm proud of being your student. Awesome. See, now that's how you know it's working, right? Not a test, not a piece of paper, but you do a video and people are giving you great feedback about your English. You talk to people and you have a great conversation, real world stuff. That's what's going to get you excited. Did you start with a 5-minute K? I started with a 6+ minutes per K. Yeah, I think in miles more because they'll do the races in 5K, but in terms of miles, like a 6-minute mile's pretty fast. And I was more like an A. I think when I started, I don't know, 11-minute mile, 10-minute mile, and then I managed to cut my miles down. I think fastest I was more around just under a 7-minute mile, something like that, or around a 7. Maybe it was over that. I don't really remember honestly, but it was in that range. Seaham says, I started studying English by myself about 8 months ago. Okay, I still speak only a little bit, without confidence, with fear. Okay, what you need is probably you need to do focus on the mini stories. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're listening to. I don't know if you got lessons or you're just doing the podcast, but I think the mini stories would help you a lot. The mini story lessons, and you would want to do a good amount of repetition for those. That'll get that fluency going for those kind of most common phrases and words. And yeah, that's my. Without knowing more, that's my best advice. Renal says, there's some YouTube channel that criticizes my stuff and says it doesn't work. Oh, well, who cares? Try it. That's why you can try it for $1. Try it. Heard him. Totally unrelated topic. What feelings do you have about the Silicon Valley companies? I hate them. More specifically, Walmart and Safeway. Walmart and Safeway are not Silicon Valley companies. Silicon Valley companies, that's the computer, Apple, Facebook, Twitter. Anyway, those, right? Silicon Valley. Safeway and Walmart are more like, Safeway is a grocery store. Walmart is kind of like they sell everything, right? But they're not based in Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is south of San Francisco. It's between San Jose and San Francisco, where a lot of those companies are based. They're computer tech, internet companies, and I don't like them. They're terrible. Aruda says, do you recommend watching CNN or BBC? No, fake news, lies. Don't watch that crap. Don't watch it. No. Not even for English, don't watch it. Okay, ooh, coming fast. Oh, this is cool. Juan says, I'm a soccer fan. I like to watch TV soccer games. I used to play soccer years ago, but not anymore. Cool. And what you could do, I don't know if you could find it, but if you could find some soccer games where they have, well, I know you can find it in British English, where you get the commentary in English. It'd be kind of cool. You pick up some phrases, the common phrases about that they use for the commentary. It'd be a little bit of fun English for you, especially as a big soccer fan. You're not going to find much American, probably. Maybe you can, but of course, British, you'll find a huge amount. I got a crying baby. Okay, let's see. Jaffel says, I have a motivation question. I try to be as good as possible with shadowing. What should I do to be constant and motivated? Because I get bored quickly. Okay, well, I would say don't force it, because shadowing is not, I kind of think of shadowing as extra and optional. Some people really don't like it. Like Steve Kaufman, actually, over at Link, doesn't like it. And he doesn't do it. And he still learns lots of languages. So some people love it, right? So I would say try it out. And if you like doing it, but only a little bit, just do it a little bit. Just do it a little each day, and that's enough. I wouldn't force myself. You don't need to force yourself with shadowing. Lots and lots and lots of listening is far more important. Okay, let's see. Can you do a show about companies that are going to rise from the virus? Ask Tom. I don't know if I know. I don't think I know, really. I haven't thought about it. It remains to be seen what's going to happen. I think this whole thing's going to fall apart very soon. And it's just going to go gone. And we're going to, I don't know. I really don't know, because I think you're going to see some big, rapid changes happening in the next few weeks, actually. And I think we're going to see some big surprises. I think it's 90% nonsense and bullshit, and the truth is coming out now. Okay, Farhana asks how to prepare for IELTS. Well, IELTS, TOEFL, TOEIC, you prepare for the test by becoming a good English speaker, and in some cases good at reading and writing too. So don't focus on the test. Focus on your English, right? I mean, I know it kind of seems obvious, but too many people focus on the test taking, the kinds of doing all the test preparation books as we just heard, which are very boring. Instead, just do what you need to do to become a really good English speaker and English listener and reader and writer, which means read a lot of books, listen to lots of audiobooks, get my VIP lessons, practice writing every day. You can start with social media writing. Even that is quite helpful. And try to do some speaking, like some of the things we're doing with our speaking challenge. And and the key thing as you do this is do things that are interesting to you, interesting and enjoyable, right? So read books that are interesting to you. I think that for like TOEFL, for example, which I know better because it's American, you do want to have kind of the main thing is to cover a range of topics because these are used mostly for school, primarily for schools and also sometimes for companies. So you want to do some reading on some science kind of topics and some business kind of topics, business or money, history, just kind of a wide range of topics. But again, though, specifically things that are interesting to you, and you'll be able to do this much more. You'll be motivated more, and you'll get better results. Can you give us some advice? Rashid says, give advice about how to learn from the Advanced Oxford Dictionary. Just use dictionaries to look up words you don't know, and then that's it. There's no other techniques, really. You don't know a word, look up the meaning, got it, and then back to reading or back to listening. That's what I recommend. Don't waste too much time on the dictionary. Okay. Oh, hey, Max. Good to see you. Yeah, man. It's been a long time, Max Ratti. Good. Yes. You don't need to introduce yourself. I know who you are. I'm still making mistakes, but you know what? Who doesn't? Long time no speak. How are you? I've been thinking about you, Max, actually, because I know that we kind of had contact more on Twitter, and I haven't deleted my Twitter account, but I really don't do anything on Twitter anymore. But I've been thinking about you. So anyway, I hope all is going well, and I still hope. I'm a little bit busy with babies at the moment, but I do hope next time, whenever it is that we go back to Europe, that we will visit you in Rome and see you. Maybe do some kind of social gathering in Rome, as we discussed before. So wonderful to see you here. Great. What's the real English for you? And he says, America, British, or Australian? American, of course. He didn't even mention the Canadians. AJ, how do you protect yourself from coronavirus? I don't. I'm not afraid of the coronavirus at all. Let's see. Excellent. Marvin says, I'm fasting today, AJ, watching you for a few minutes, then going back to listening to Christian music only, talking with God and praying. Excellent. Fasting. Ramadan also beginning, I think has begun for Muslims, also fasting. I need to do a little fasting myself, I think. We'll have to do some fasting topics again soon. All right, so anyway, Marvin, enjoy your fast. Nice. Okay, a couple more. What time? How are we doing? Yeah, a few more, and then time to go. Sawasdee ka from Thailand in Udon Thani. How are you? Sawasdee ka means like hello in Thai. I'm fine, thank you. Oh yeah, Max says I dropped some personal messages on Twitter. In fact, I'll have to check. So I'm sorry, Max. That's why I missed them, because I haven't checked Twitter in months and months and months. I just was back on there actually. I just finished another book by William Shatner, so I actually followed him again just because he's only on Twitter. But I didn't look at my messages. I'll do that. Sorry, I missed them. Oh, Ramadan. Ramadan says Ramadan begins on the 24th, so 2 days to Ramadan. I know, especially the Eastern Orthodox Christians do a good deal of fasting. So this is just the fasting time, I think. Springtime is a good time to fast. Okay. Carol's recommending a book for our book club. Says, I'm reading The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It could be a good one for the book club. It's short. The ideas are clear. Level of English is accessible. I'll check it out. I think I've read it, actually. It sounds familiar, but it's been a long time. I'll check it out. All right. What time? Okay, I'm going to just go I'm going to limit it to an hour because I've got babies to take care of. My wife has to get to bed. Lowe's asks, why can't I understand American movies as well as I understand you? Well, because a few different reasons, possibly. Number one, they may use a lot of idioms and slang. Number two, different characters might speak with different accents quite quickly. I'm guessing a lot of it tends to a lot of the time be the idioms and the slang that can be quite tough. So it's normal, and it's go to my YouTube channel. I think it's actually my most popular video on YouTube. Is I describe the movie technique. I tell you kind of how to go through a movie step by step, quite slowly actually, and really learn all the English in the movie. And it's a nice extra thing you can do, especially as you get to higher levels. Okay, let's see. Uh-huh. Okay. Sorry, guys. They're coming in quickly again. Yeah, a lot of people mentioning fasting. Fasting begins Friday. Yep, good. No. I believe Ramadan is a dry fast during the day. Dry fasting. I want to do more dry fasting. I've done a couple dry fasts, but what was I just reading about dry fasting? I was reading a book about the longevity of benefits of dry fasting, the dry fasting, even more than water fasting. Water fasting is fantastic, right? Especially if you do a little salt water. But dry fasting is super powerful, and it's especially powerful for your immune system. So anyway, dry fasting means you basically nothing. You take in nothing, no water, no food, nothing. Why it's called dry fasting. Also, dry fasting is even faster way to lose weight if you're trying to burn fat. Regular fasting, you're going to burn a lot of fat. It's very quick, very effective. But dry fasting, makes it go even more. And if you're sick, though, if you're sick, like you get the coronavirus, do some dry fasting, immediately. As soon as you feel like you're getting a cold or you're not feeling good, start a dry fast. Just stop eating, stop drinking, and otherwise just do your normal day. And you might do that for 24 hours. You could, if you're new to doing it, just do 24 hours. You could even just do 18 hours or 14 hours to begin with, to get used to it. Once you're used to it, you can go like 2-3 days even. But it's really good. I've done it. I have a lot of stuff saying, I guess you guys are talking about the coronavirus. I don't believe this virus is so dangerous. I do exercise every day. Yeah, there's so much misinformation out there. It's hard to know, but I just generally think it's being massively exaggerated. There's something else happening. It's going to be coming out more and more. We're okay. I also think that there's already basically a cure for those people who do get it. The hydroxychloroquine seems to work very well. So don't worry about it, guys. Don't be afraid. Yeah, Howard Amani says, it's great Ramadan coincides with the lockdown. We'll lose weight without moving. There you go. It's a good time to fast. Why not? Why not? Be Smart says, do you like Warren Buffett? I guess you mean like his investing advice. The problem with Warren Buffett's advice is the world is very different now than when he became rich. Like his advice is good if the markets are rational and not completely corrupted. But the problem is that now the stock market, all the stock markets around the world, they're completely irrational. There's so much manipulation, so much control, corruption with governments just printing and pouring money into them. And it's very, very hard. You can't just research a company, because that's what he would, value investing, research the companies that, have long-term good fundamentals, all of that. It sounds great, but the problem is it doesn't matter because there's so much. I mean, just like this, what's happening now, the stock market crash. The stock market is a dangerous thing at the moment because these kind of very rational approaches don't work so well anymore. That's my opinion as a not professional. But I think it's good because you're probably not a professional either. Professionals, really, people who make money at the stock market, they have a whole lot of techniques and methods for analyzing what's happening and guarding and protecting themselves from risks, options and many other things they can do that regular people like you and I usually don't know about, or it seems complicated and we're not going to take the time to learn it, and we don't have enough experience. So I think for regular people, the stock market's pretty dangerous. At least that's my feeling about it. I mean, I do have some stocks invested, but I would be very careful. Don't put all your savings into it. And he says, can you do a show about fasting? Sure, I'll do another show. I've done shows about fasting already, but I'll do some more. Why not? How can I follow the American accent? Well, I have an American accent. As Danish, I have an American accent, so just listen to lots of Americans, and you'll pick up the American accent easily. Sarah says, I gain weight during Ramadan. So that's because you have the feast after the fast. That's where you have to be careful. That's the problem. All right. I think that's about it for today. Oh, okay. Well, okay, Erica, I guess you're talking about fasting. I hope you're talking about fasting and not English. It says, I tried, but I got a terrible headache. Can you explain more about this topic? Fasting and headaches. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that it's a detox, like your body's getting rid of toxins. It could be dehydration, right? Caffeine, if you are a coffee drinker, if you drink a lot of coffee, then when you suddenly stop, that can cause headaches for sure. It could be a sugar withdrawal also. If you eat a lot of carbs, a lot of sugar, and then you suddenly fast, you can get headaches because of that. Yeah. So what do you do? Well, there's two approaches. Number one is just deal with the headache. Just deal with the pain, because you probably deserve it because you've been eating something bad and drinking something bad, and oh well, just take the pain, it'll get better. So that's if you're tough, I guess. If you're not tough, then what I recommend is go into the fast more gently. So, for example, go low carb, right? Cut your sugar maybe a few days before you just, like if you're going to fast Friday, you're going to fast Saturday, then you could start now, start cutting back, right? Reduce sugar, and completely cut it at least 24 hours before you start fasting. And then the same with coffee or caffeine, cut back, several days before, so it's not so sudden. And then if you're dry fasting, then you might want to hydrate, right? It means drink extra water for a couple days before you do your dry fast, so your body kind of has enough to get through the dry fast. So those are a few ideas for doing it without headaches. And we're over an hour, so I guess I better go. Okay. I'll just take Renasa's here. I'm not improving. My level's intermediate. What should I do? I'm not exactly sure. Let me see if I can get more details. So there's probably 3 things you need to do. Increase the number of hours you're doing of listening every day. And if you don't feel like your listening's improving, it's a little strange, but basically you probably need to do more of it, right? And maybe you need to do more, add in some reading. Reading will help with vocab, so that could help actually. Start reading, read 30 minutes a day from a book in English, and continue doing all the listening you're doing. Listen 2 hours a day at least 2 hours a day of listening, and then add in maybe 30 minutes of reading. Okay, when you feel like your listening is improving and everything's getting better, then maybe it's time for your speaking. So after 4 months, it's pretty normal that your speaking, maybe you're still feeling like your speaking's not getting much better. But as long as your listening's improving a lot, don't worry about it. You're okay. Okay, a few more months, you're going to see improvements in speaking also. Probably just need to do something like do the speaking challenge. Even though our official speaking challenge is ending next week, you can do your own individual speaking challenge anytime you want, where you would just start doing shadowing every day and try to talk to people every day and just kind of increase up what you're doing, and it'll be fine. I think you'll see some improvements then. Okay, we're going to end there. So, just to come back and just summarize, become the best English speaker you can be. And as I said, you can join my VIP program at effortlessenglishclub.com. Listen to the beginning of the show. I discussed and answered questions about the VIP program. I will be doing the live webinar for VIP members soon. So again, join at effortlessenglishclub.com, effortlessenglishclub.com. Thanks for joining today. Lots of love to you. I will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.